The family of fallen Leon County Deputy Chris Smith is in Washington, D.C. as part of the Police Unity Tour, a bike ride to honor law enforcement who have paid the ultimate price. Good evening, everyone. I'm Paulo Salazar.
And I'm Abby Maurer. Thank you for joining us for your news at 11. Officers from all over the country, including those locally, pedaled over 200 miles from Portsmouth, Virginia to D.C. in remembrance of their fallen comrades. WTXL ABC 27's Jade Alexa joins us from our nation's capital, where she spoke to Deputy Smith's wife and brother and brings us more.
This is where the ride ends. Those with the Police Unity Tour wrapped up their 250-mile journey here at the Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. And here, these walls are covered with the names of the fallen officers. Bill Smith is seeing his brother's name for the first time, surrounded by others who died in the line of duty.
I just miss him.
He rode from Portsmouth, Virginia, all the way to this memorial for his brother and his family. As he rode between the walls, he was moved by the show of support.
The last portion was rough, crying most of the time. Just staying on the bike and holding it together was not fun, not easy, but you have to keep rolling. You can't stop.
His brother, Leon County Deputy Chris Smith, was shot and killed last November responding to a house fire. His wife, Erica, says being here is a lot to take in.
My husband, it's pretty fantastic. It's an honor none of us want, but we now carry. I miss him.
But she's finding comfort and support through the Police Unity Tour and Concerns of Police Survivors, the organization that flew her and her family to Washington. She says Bill and the thousands of others riding by means a lot to her. She calls her husband a hero. He worked for 25 years in law enforcement, a career she says he loved. And now she's holding on to the memories, keeping them alive. And today was certainly emotional, and tomorrow a candlelight vigil will get underway. Jade Alexa, WTXL ABC 27, dedicated to you.
And WTXL ABC 27's Jade Alexa followed the officers throughout their journey as they pedaled to the end of the ride at the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. She is also blogging about her experience following the officers. You can find the most recent post by visiting the Blue Healing page on our website, WTXL.tv.
Now on your news at 11. Today, the Wakulla County Sheriff's Office held a diversity training workshop for its officers and its personnel. They say it's in order to build a stronger base for community sensitivity. Back in December of 2014, a Wakulla County Sheriff deputy was suspended after posting insensitive comments on Facebook following the grand jury's decision not to indict a police officer in the killing of black teenager Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. Now, Sheriff Creel says that the post, along with other complaints, motivated them to set up today's diversity workshop.
You've seen what's been going around the country in the last few months with police departments and shootings, and it's the right thing to do. And I plan on doing this since I've been in office and just got the opportunity now to get it done.
Before the training session, community members were able to give their input regarding how officers have been performing in the area. Sheriff Creel says that he wants to continue these trainings throughout the year so that officers and the community can work hand in hand.
And community leaders in Gadsden County gathered today to discuss the economic state of the area. This comes after a pair of Harvard economists release a new study showing Gadsden County as one of the worst places to live in the country for those trying to change their economic situation. Gadsden County's Partnership for Economic Development alongside Opportunity Florida hosted an economic development forum this afternoon. Panel members discussed industrial development, infrastructure, workforce, business retention, and community development. Organizers say this is the first step in bringing more money and jobs to the area.
I think Gadsden County is going to be recognized as a community in transition and very quickly as one of the better places to live in Florida.
Community leaders felt the forum was valuable and plan on holding more in the future.
Valdosta police need your help finding a missing man who's considered to be in danger because of his Alzheimer's. 59-year-old Maxwell Ferguson, who lives at the 1400 block of Bay Meadow Drive, wandered from his home in Valdosta on May 8th and has not returned. He was last seen wearing black sweatpants and a white t-shirt. Ferguson has Alzheimer's and dementia, and his family is concerned for his safety. Valdosta police are asking anyone who has seen Ferguson or knows where he is to call 911 or their local law enforcement agency.
Turning to your political watch this evening, Florida taxpayers may have to foot the bill after the Senate president says legal bills for the Senate redistricting trial will be covered by the state. 23 senators have been told they have a $5,000 stipend for them to hire their own attorneys. The trial over the Senate districts is scheduled for September. The groups contend the districts approved in 2012 violate a voter-approved amendment that says districts cannot be drawn to benefit incumbents or a particular party. The Florida legislature has already spent millions defending congressional and legislative maps.
Well, you know it's getting summertime when you start seeing all the bugs come out.
Yeah, the mosquitoes, the mayflies, all those.
And I got to tell you, Florida's got some big bugs.
Oh, yes. Welcome to Florida.
Yes.
Let's check in now with our chief meteorologist, Cass Deveners. Cass.
That's for sure. You have to get the bug repellent, and I had to replace some screens on my patio because all kinds of little critters were getting in. So it's that time of year, and it's not going to really let up anytime soon, especially with the support of nature giving us plenty of heat and the moisture now starting to come back. So very warm still at this hour. 80 degrees in Mariana, and Tallahassee and St. Mark's are not far behind with 78. 74 Perry and Live Oak, 77 in Lake City. Slightly cooler in Valdosta, but not by a whole lot. Mid and upper 70s, even 81 according to the thermometer at Bainbridge Airport. So the warmth is sticking around, and it's not going to break anytime soon. With extra moisture around, it's not producing rain, but it is helping to keep a lot of the warmth that we received today close to the surface and limiting the amount of cooling. Dew point levels also telling the story of an increasingly humid atmosphere, almost like a summer type of moisture level, with winds that are mostly light and somewhat variable, but primarily from a northerly direction. There is a cold front that is on the way. Don't get excited about a drastic fall in temperatures, not going to happen, but it will cause a different pattern with our rain activity for the next couple of afternoons, and we'll discuss those differences ahead in your Storm Team forecast.
Thanks, Cass. As your News at 11 continues tonight, the city of Madison, Wisconsin responds to the district attorney's decision not to charge an officer for the shooting of an unarmed teen. We have the latest.
And later in sports, more on Bobby Bowden's comments on Jameis Winston. Local fans explain if they agree that Jameis Winston is an embarrassment to the FSU football program. And always connect with ABC 27 on our official app. Stay up to date with the latest local news by downloading the app for free at the App Store and Google Play. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Last time Jane Fonda was here,
your body is ridiculous. Don't show me.
Listen, you're pretty cute too.
things got physical.
My gosh, I'm so glad I got my laser hair removal done.
Now she's got a new show and new things to talk about.
Abs, buns, and thighs.
Plus Orphan Black's Tatiana Maslany. Next live, Jane Fonda.
We're ready, Jane.
Wednesday at 9 on ABC 27.
H.H. Gregg saves you more. Save up to an extra $400 now on major appliances.
Great Scottish.
Plus, next day delivery. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery.
Great Scottish.
There's only one way to make Sonny's barbecue ribs. And right now, there's only one way to eat them. All-you-can-eat ribs are back at Sonny's. Enjoy endless sweet and smoky or dry-rubbed ribs with two sides and bread for just $14.99 for a limited time. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
How much internet speed does one family actually need? Ballpark.
To answer your question, I assembled a similar family unit. My family's using 20 megs and it works great. With that, you can download an HD movie or TV show in minutes and songs in seconds, which is a good thing because my pretend family is not big on waiting. Hey, are you gonna eat yours?
Get up to 20 megs for $25 a month for 5 years when you bundle with unlimited nationwide calling and auto pay. May not be available in your area.
Flowers and trees, the birds and the bees, peaches and cream, and all that I've seen just seem plain when I compare them to you. You know that it's true, all seem plain when I compare them to you.
Leon County invites the community to the 4th annual Operation Thank You in honor of our Korean War veterans this Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Join us at the Korean War Memorial located at Cascades Park. Remember, Operation Thank You this Saturday, 8:30 a.m. at the Korean War Memorial.
Welcome back, everyone. In your news around the nation this evening, there's an Amtrak derailment in Philadelphia's Port Richmond neighborhood. You can see all of the flashing lights around the crash scene. Amtrak says that it's aware of the derailment of one of its trains. At least 2 train cars are on their side. It happened tonight near the 2000 block of Wheatsheaf Lane. Reports say that several people appear to be injured in the crash of the train, which was heading from Washington, D.C. to New York City. Now, people have hit the streets in Madison, Wisconsin to protest the district attorney's decision not to charge a police officer in the death of an unarmed teen. Madison police officer Matt Kinney is not facing charges in the shooting death of Tony Robinson. Authorities say the 19-year-old attacked Kinney on March 6th and that Kinney shot Robinson in self-defense. According to court records, family members of Robinson believe the teen has been or was on hallucinogens that night. The DA said that the evidence leads him to believe that the shooting was justified. Robinson's grandmother says today's decision was not motivated by the law.
I just want to say this is politics and not justice.
Robinson's family has hired a Chicago law firm to carry out its own investigation.
Turning to your international news tonight, a U.S. military helicopter has disappeared while on a humanitarian relief mission to help earthquake victims in Nepal. As many as 8 people are believed to be on board. This is a photo of what the helicopter looks like. Officials say the helicopter disappeared about 10 p.m. in eastern Nepal. The military says it does not know why the chopper went missing, and the incident is under investigation.
Now let's turn things over to our chief meteorologist, Casanova Nurse. Cass.
Paulo, feeling like the middle of summer with our current temperatures barely below 80, so you can probably guess the wait at the bus stop will be rather mild as well. Mostly clear with maybe a patch or 2 of fog and another hotter afternoon in store, but could be a few more late day thunderstorms. I'll show you where in your Storm Team forecast.
Nissan gave a lucky few the ride of their life in the 2015 Nissan Altima. Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and up to 270 horsepower. Get the ride of your life at your local Nissan store. Choose Altima with 0% APR for up to 72 months, or get a $229 per month lease on road. Offers end June 1st. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
The new Honey Mustard What a Chicken Club. It's only here for a limited time.
It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese with fresh chicken.
Tomatoes, bacon, lettuce. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
The honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. It's a perfect mix. That's everything I expect in a club sandwich.
I like it.
All the flavors come together just perfect.
It's good stuff.
Try the new Honey Mustard What a Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger.
My job every day is helping people become successful. And the funny part is that that's exactly what they do at Kaiser University. You know, Kaiser University opened some doors for me. It created a new level of respect that I really didn't experience before. I don't think I would have had these opportunities had I not gone and gotten my MBA at Kaiser University.
I'm Dr. Mitch Massey from Vascular Surgery Associates. At VSA, our goal is to provide patients with the highest quality care in the most patient-friendly environment possible. The interventional suite at VSA was specifically designed to provide our patients with a wide variety of minimally invasive procedures in a comfortable outpatient setting. We offer the latest in diagnostic vascular imaging and minimally invasive treatment options, along with an experienced, caring staff focused on our patients' needs. For more information on the VSA Interventional Suite, visit our website.
The Springtime Havana Festival, Saturday, May 16th. Experience springtime in Havana as the downtown bursts with artisans, music, and food. You'll find wood carving, pottery, sculpture, basket work, weaving, soap making, painting, wine tasting, and gardening demonstrations. Listen to acoustic Irish and blues as you shop your way around the town. Partial proceeds benefit Gadsden Humane Society. The Springtime Havana Festival, Saturday, May 16th in Havana.
Titan Doppler Radar is sponsored by Kraft Nissan.
Welcome back, everyone. We're joined now with our chief meteorologist, Casanova Nurse. Warmed up pretty nicely today.
Yeah, the fourth day straight of 95-degree high temperature in Tallahassee.
So we're not going to get away from the 90s anytime soon. It's about that time of year.
We're not even summer yet.
No, it's still a good 5 weeks away, the official start of summer. But in May, we can get these warm spells. It's happened many times before, and we're in the midst of one right now. And you can certainly tell because our readings are still in the upper 70s, and your air conditioner may be running a little overtime. 78 Tallahassee, 77. In Thomasville, Valdosta just a touch cooler at 71. But plenty of warmth lingering because of the increase in the moisture content in the atmosphere, and the more moisture there is at night tends to retain some of the heat from earlier in the day. That slows down the cooling process. So 77 Adel, 73 in Quincy. You get the idea. It certainly feels like a late summer night. May not necessarily look like it because we don't have too many clouds around. Isolated showers, brief thunderstorms in the southeastern Big Bend. It's all gone and not likely to return overnight. But there are a few features that may throw some dry air in some parts of the region while increasing the rain chances in other sections. And it's a modest weakening front across the deep south. Upper pattern is helping to force the extra cloud cover and occasional wet weather and stormy weather across the upper Texas coast over towards the Louisiana shores. But the front is, again, very weak. Nonetheless, it's still a boundary that's dividing rather humid air from less humid air to the north, not really drastically dropping temperatures, not by any means. So it's still going to be a warm day, but we could have a drier northeast flow around the state line and points to the north. South of that boundary, that's where we still have the lingering, meandering front in a weakening form, but still enough of a presence to maybe drive a few more areas of showers, especially near the Big Bend coast towards the afternoon. So depending on the timing of these showers and storms forming and the number and the coverage, could help to hold some temperatures back a little bit. But outside of those areas of rain that may form, we'll still have considerable heat with highs in the mid-90s along I-10 and near 90 at the coast. Swanee River Valley, few clouds, patchy fog possible overnight with lows in the upper 60s and highs making another run towards the mid-90s, but there could be a few of those late-day thunderstorms and heavier downpours. Not much of a rain chance in South Georgia. You'll be on the north side of that weak front, just enough drying and northeast winds to basically keep the rain chance near zero, but it's not going to be colder. It's actually going to be just as hot as it has been, with highs around 90 to 95. At the beach and offshore, light and variable winds tonight. Southwest flow later in the day, 5 to 12 knots. Seas around 1 foot. Rip current risk will be moderate. The UV index will be very high. Just watch for some of those late day thunderstorms, which should become a little more numerous in the next several days. And depending on the amount of rain and storms that form, about 40 to maybe even 50-60% coverage in some cases, especially by the weekend. Temperatures will be pulled back some. Still warm, just not as hot as it has been.
I think my plants will be happy to see some of that rain.
Yes, a lot
you and me both.
A lot of greenery. Will be very pleased if it comes to that.
Okay, thanks, Cass.
Okay.
Let's check in now with Ron Snyder to find out what's coming up in sports. Ron?
Thanks, Abby. Around the corner in sports, I'll tell you which high school baseball team is going to the state semifinals. Plus, don't miss what a couple local fans have to say about Bobby Bowden's comments. Do they feel Jameis Winston is an embarrassment to the FSU football program?
Be real scared.
Scandals, Candy Alexander, faces off with Tamar.
Oh, there's a matrix. She pulled it off. Real.
Wednesday at 3 on ABC 27.
Kimmel tonight. Kevin Spacey beats Jimmy at his own game.
I think it's time for the finger of shame.
Plus the man with the most difficult name in showbiz.
Yoan.
Yeah, Yoan.
Like Yoan's Fabrics, the store.
Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight on ABC.
At-Home Veterinary Care Center, North Florida's most comprehensive pet care facility featuring full-service veterinary care in clinic or in the comfort of your home. Enhanced, short, and long-term stay care for dogs and cats. Play care, an indoor training center, all pet grooming, and our exclusive Barkster's Playground and Splash Zone, the Big Bend's only water park for dogs. Visit our website at athomevet.care or call for an appointment.
Remember, your home or ours, your pet's care is always at home.
Choosing from the $4 menu is not for the indecisive. Incredible values await. Behold the original double steak burger meal, the taco salad and chili cheese footlong meals, the garlic double steak burger meal.
What's that sound, Master?
Kung Fu elbow. Try it.
The $4 menu, where all meals are under $4 at Steak and Shake.
Ford is taking the EcoBoost Challenge all across America.
Here we go.
Check out Escape and find out why Ford is the brand more people buy and buy again.
Wow. That's a 4-cylinder? I thought it was a 6.
I definitely feel the EcoBoost in the Ford Escape. That's like a sports car. I just opened my trunk with my foot. I prefer, without a doubt, the Escape over the CR-V.
Now get an Escape with $2,740 in savings plus $750 cash back if you own a Ford or qualifying competitive vehicle for $3,490 in total savings at your Southern Ford dealer.
Crawl space homes are one of the things we do a lot of work on, and people don't realize we can remediate crawl space home.
Older crawl space homes that have been remodeled and maybe have heavy granite countertops and tile, that weight will cause the foundation to settle. We can also come in and stabilize crawl spaces.
We actually come in and drill just like we do on the outside of the home. So we can put a lifetime warranty on it, guaranteeing that it's not going to move.
Ramjack.
Experienced, reputable, guaranteed.
Live the dream, Florida. It's Tuesday, May 12th, and time for your Lucky Money and Fantasy 5 games. I'm Ken Iflin. Let's play Lucky Money. Match all 4 balls on the Lucky Ball, and you could win a jackpot of $1.6 million. Tonight's winning numbers are 10, 13, 27, 45, and tonight's Lucky Ball is the number 17. Now let's play Fantasy 5. You could win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Tonight's winning numbers: 34, 24, followed by 13, 22, and 27. So tonight's lucky money numbers are 10, 13, 27, and 45. Your lucky ball is 17. And your Fantasy 5 numbers are 34, 24, 13, 22, and 27. Bigger games, brighter futures, and more winning moments. Just imagine.
So would you guys still be here if you won the lottery?
Of course.
For a little while. A little while till the end of this newscast, right?
Hey, we got to talk
Till
about
those
Bobby
checks
Bowden.
start rolling in.
We haven't heard from Bobby Bowden in a while, but made a pretty profound statement.
Certainly did today on a national radio and television interview. Former FSU head coach Bobby Bowden says FSU quarterback Jameis Winston is an embarrassment to the program. In an interview on SEC Network with Paul Feinbaum, Bowden says, I think it's a consensus among fans and boosters that Winston was an embarrassment in a lot of ways to the university. Bowden goes on to give Winston credit for winning a lot of games for the Noles, but says Winston hurt himself off of the field. Winston, of course, was accused of sexual assault and was seen leaving Publix with crab legs. But he also won a Heisman Trophy, a national title, and then led the Noles to a Rose Bowl this season. Here's what some area sports fans think.
I think there's been moments where Jameis Winston's embarrassed himself and been a source of controversy. But I don't think he is all in all an embarrassment. I think he's brought a lot of way more good things to the university than bad things.
I wouldn't say he's an embarrassment. I ain't gonna put that on no black man, but you know, he did a couple of things. I mean, he was a student. He was a student. You know, young man. So you know, young men make mistakes.
What's the stretch run for an FSU baseball team? Jameis Winston certainly knows about that. The Noles take on Clemson starting Thursday. They only won one game against Louisville, but the players say it taught them a couple things learning from these mistakes. Right now, though, they're pushing for a top 8 national seed to try and host a super regional. So every game is important until Selection Day.
Clemson is an outstanding program, and if they come in here and play very, very well and beat us, then certainly it helps their stock. And we just got to go out and play pitch by pitch. We know it's going to be a challenge. It's always a challenge when you play a great team like Clemson.
On to high school baseball, NFC taking on Providence for a trip to the state semifinals. Top of the second, Jordan Bennett with a blooper to right field that brings home a run, and that's all Cole Reagans would need. Mowing them down, had 12 strikeouts in 6 innings. Eagles go on to win 2-0 and advance to the state semifinals 2-0. Bad news for Childs, though. They lose to Oviedo in the regional finals 4-1. Childs could not overcome 3 runs in the first inning they gave up, as well as 3 errors, but congratulations to them on a great season. Well, it's already tournament time for the FAMU baseball team. The Rattlers play tomorrow against the winner of Savannah State and the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. FAMU, of course, the South Division #1 seed after winning their division. Off of some good pitching like this, the Rattlers on fire lately. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, and Jamie Shoup says he won't take all the credit.
Well, it means the guys are buying into what we're teaching and what we're trying to get these guys to buy into. You know, you can teach all you want to, but if you don't have the guys that are responding to what you're teaching, it doesn't do you any good. So just proud of these guys and what they've accomplished. You know, but we got time later this summer to sit back and think about this. We want to see how far we can take this thing.
That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Introducing Toluca Fest at Midtown on Saturday, May 16th. A family-friendly festival featuring live music, local food, and the Adventure Challenge. To learn more about Toluca Fest, visit iHeartMidtown.com.
I need some money today.
No problem. Just a little paperwork and you'll be all set.
Wow, so easy. If I borrow from my folks, things get all weird.
Well, no judgment here. Just fast, easy ways to get you the money you need.
That's great, because I am so over the parent guilt thing.
Me too. Mine are like guilt ninjas. Ooh, careful there. You okay?
Yeah.
Learn more at advanceamerica.net.
When we made the Jeep Cherokee, we didn't stop at a stunning interior, or at advanced technologies, or stop at that gas station, or from going over bumps, or rocks, or through rivers. Let's just say we couldn't stop ourselves. One drive and you'll discover why the Jeep brand continues to be the best-selling SUV brand. Join us now during the Jeep Drive and Discover event. Get $2,500 total cash allowance on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Sport or Jeep Cherokee Latitude. Offer ends May 18th.
Do you have battery for one of these? We got it. What about this? Yes, sir. How about these? Here they are. This? This too? Absolutely. No way. Really? Want that installed?
Every battery for every device. Our friendly, knowledgeable staff will help you find and install the battery you need. Visit Battery Source.